So, Nozick has pushed this taxation as forced labor and taxation as slavery. Let us see what this for Nozick, this taxation as forced labor. According to Nozick, taxation as forced labor means taking the fruit of one's labor as the means of tax. Like the government or the state put it shows his right, like being a part of the labor of one person. So, what is this? Like I am working halfly for myself and half for the state, that is without payment. So, what does this tax means? Taxing means we are taking away the leisure time, the time of a person and the labor and efforts of a person. I will give you a small example of mine, like I am a visiting faculty in different universities or different management institute. I go and teach there, I put all my efforts in my teaching, I earn for my teaching in a very fair way. Then when the tax has been put my earning, a third of my earning is taken by the state. This is what they are not only taking my earnings, it is kind of they have a right, partly right on my leisure, on my efforts, on my work. This is where Nozick find it little faulty or difficult. He says that taxation is kind of forced labor. You force someone to work for the state and partly you give the state without any payment. So, let us see what this taxation as slavery means. Already Nozick has put that taxation as forced labor. So, this forced labor again as slavery, because Nozick feels that individuals, they have the right to own themselves. None of the others have the right or partly right on themselves, because they possess themselves, they are the sole authority of them. When we take a small portion of their work or the labor or fruit of their labor, then that means that someone else or the state has a right, some right or partly right on that person, which Nozick feels is a kind of slavery. So, as per Nozick, this taxation is a kind of coercion or action of coercion. So, where he feel the redistribution again is a fault. So, this libertarian theory has also certain objection. First one is that the poor needs more. Like for example, as I have mentioned earlier, even if we take a small amounts for the income of Bill Gates, he may not realize also that, and it will have a great impact on the unprivileged life. The second one is that with the consent of government, this taxation is not coercion, because how the society will run if we do not tax the wealthiest person or who are the privileged one. The society needs this help from this privileged ones to take care of the oppressed ones for their education, for their shelter, or like for their food. And the next one is like the luck also plays a role over here. So, when the luck plays a role in making them successful, they owe certain responsibility towards the society. So, the successful also owes some responsibility towards the society, because they are successful in the society. They have taken the help of the society, or society is the place where they have become successful. So, these are some of the shortcomings of libertarian theory. But despite this shortcomings, this Nozick's libertarian theory has a great impact on individual rights. It has immensely contributed toward the theory of libertarianism. Thank you.